Hello and welcome to Real Vermiculture. I'm a couple days late getting this video out here, but had a very busy weekend. I opened this up just a few moments ago because I seen several wisps dried up on the floor beneath the bins, and I thought that it might be coming from this bin here, but I haven't seen any indication that wisp had gotten out of the bin. It's still possible, but I don't believe so. There was one of my other bins a wisp had escaped from. Here's a tiny little fella right there. But I checked my other bin, and I don't know, it's when you see something like that, you just gotta diagnose the problem, and it's kind of hard to tell sometimes what could be causing wisp to escape the bin. And well, the bin had a lot of water on the lid. These wisps are sticking right to the bottom of this paper. But I had a lot of water on the lid of that bin, and everything appeared to be quite moist. And but I was looking into it, and if it had been a problem with too much moisture, I think not only the wisp would have exited the bin, but I believe the adults and juveniles would have been escaping the bin as well. Not all of them at once. They don't typically, every one of them would just dive out of a bin in a mass exodus on account of something like excess moisture. Usually you'll see a few worms here and there. It'll just keep going on until either you solve the problem or they all leave the bin. But I think in that situation, I think it was just perhaps where I'd neglected them for a bit. Wisp and juveniles, they feed more heavily than the adults do because they grow fast. And I think maybe just foraging around in the bin wasn't good enough for them when they was trying to find food. I'm hoping that's all it was, because I can fix that one real easy. So back to this bin. We're still seeing lettuce. It is breaking down, though slowly. Is that a piece of lettuce? I think it's a... what is that? Don't look like cardboard. It's in the shape of the strips of the cardboard. Or maybe it's just a piece of some peeling. I don't know. Yeah, the lettuce, it's getting ate up. So it's breaking down. Check this bin out. And when I opened this lid, there was a bit of well, quite a bit of moisture on the lid to this bin as well. So I'm not going to give them pumpkin on this round. I'll just save that for another feeding. This round I'm going to give them some finely shaved carrots, because carrots take a bit to break down, and I'm going to give them some sweet peppers that I've cut into slivers. They were going bad, and they break down pretty quickly. The sweet peppers do. And I finally ran into that stick that I seen a few videos ago. I'll just lay him to the side. I might not put him back in there. I just want to get in there real good and see what they're up to. See what the conditions are. It looks like this bin, it's pretty moist. Yeah, but I don't feel like it's wet. So I'm just going to mix them up a bit, and I'll go ahead and give them the feeding that I prepared for them. Well, it's starting to feel a little muddy down the bottom. Not too awfully bad. Still seeing fairly new cocoons in this bin. You'd think at some point they'd say that's enough. But having a good moist bin, that helps with them to breed. And having stuff like pumpkin and melon draws them all close together, so they have better chances of breeding. There's a new cocoon. Yeah, they're still breeding. That's been very recent, because it only takes like 2 or 3 days, if that, for a fresh cocoon to turn yellow. So most of the onion that I put in here the last time has been ate up, and I stopped myself from putting any more onion than what I did. Actually, I took a sprig of the onion out because I was concerned that I might be adding too much, and I didn't want to come back to a really pungent onion smell. And I'm not disappointed. I don't smell any onions. they've got them mostly ate up. And the only thing I'm seeing from them is parts of the onions that hadn't been broke down yet. I don't see anything that looks rotted attached to those sprigs of onion. So that's good. It is a bit clumpy. Down toward the bottom, it is a bit clumpy. Now you can see there my fingerprints. The worms will be okay with that. They won't get stuck in it, but that's not really an issue right now, but an issue on the rise. You just gotta look ahead. In current conditions, it's nothing that's going to hurt them. But if I just allowed it to continue to get worse, then I'd have worms from this being in my floor. I don't want that, so just lay off on the pumpkin for a bit. That looks a bit bright in the camera. Well, they have gone through a bit of bedding. Still have a bit left over. I think I'll add some in there. Eventually I'm going to put all new bedding to the side and allow the worms to migrate into that, and then transfer them over to a new bin. Should be starting that soon. As always, just trying to make sure I ain't pulling any wisp air on my gloves. But that was a bit of lime and a little bit of the worm chow. throw in some egg grit. Turn the fan on to kind of get that away from me. That was the worm chow. And decided they didn't put enough. Yeah. That'll do it for the coffee grounds, I believe. And put these bits back in. Let them continue to work those down. Yeah, there's a piece from the onion, and it's very fibrous. They've eaten most of the flesh off of it. Yeah. Yeah, this is getting a bit clumpy. Maybe back off from the pumpkin for 2 or 3 feedings. Don't really like getting my castings so clumpy. Had to look at that cocoon because it's looked kind of crumpled. Okay. I can figure out which direction I'm going with this. I think I got it. There we go. This thing's starting to become something to have to handle. I wish they would hurry up and eat it. Well, I believe that'll do it for this one. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a like. If you'd like to be a member of the channel, subscribe. And if you'd like to see my content as I put it out, hit the bell for notifications, and thank you for watching.